My own sister helped my ex make me pay for a child that wasn't mine. Alright, listen up, I'm laying this all out for you, just a normal guy who's been through some serious crap. I've got to be straight with you, I can't stand my sister anymore. Her name's Nancy, she's older than me, and back when we were kids, I thought she hung the moon. Used to look up to her like she was the coolest person alive, but over the years, she's turned into someone I wouldn't even wish on my worst enemy. Let me break it down for you, step by step, 'cause it's a hell of a story. I was married to this woman, Susan, for 2 solid years. Thought we had a good thing going until the day I found out she was playing me. Hit me like a freight train, no kidding. I can still see it clear as day. I was messing around on her phone one night, not even snooping, just bored, and then I stumble across these messages. She's sending filthy stuff to this dude she'd known forever, her best friend she called him. 8 years they'd been tight, she said. Always told me he was nothing to worry about, just a pal from way back. I get a little jealous sometimes, sure, but I let it slide 'cause I trusted her with everything I had. Our whole marriage was built on that, you know? So when I saw those nasty texts, it was like someone yanked the rug out from under me, everything I thought I knew just crashed down. I confronted her right then and there, and she lost it, started bawling, saying she was sorry over and over. Told me it was a one-off, a stupid mistake, that this guy didn't mean squat to her like that. Said she'd ditch him, block his number, promised it'd never happen again. I was pissed off and hurting something fierce, but I wanted to believe her so bad. We even started going to this marriage counselor 'cause her cheating tore me up inside. I needed answers. Why'd she do it? Could we save what we had? In those sessions, Susan played the part, looked real sorry, owned up to what she did, put in the effort to win me back. For a stretch, it felt like we were actually fixing things. She was all attentive, upfront about everything, busting her ass to make it right. I stuck around, gave it another go 'cause I still loved her deep down, and I figured people can change, right? Marriages can bounce back. But yeah, you're probably guessing where this is headed. I was dead wrong to think that. Time went on, and I started hearing whispers she was sneaking off to see that bastard again. One night, she fed me this line about going out with a gal from work. Something about it felt off, though her story didn't add up, and my gut was screaming she was full of it. So after she took off, I called that coworker to double-check. Surprise, surprise, no plans with Susan. That punched me right in the chest, left me spinning. It was damn clear she was with him, why else would she lie straight to my face? I kept dialing her number, one call after another, but she wouldn't pick up. I'm sitting there, feeling like the walls are closing in, waiting as the hours drag by. She finally stumbles in, way past midnight, drunk as hell. I'd been camped out on the couch all night, my brain churning with every awful possibility. She comes through the door, doesn't even glance my way, just staggers past me to the bedroom like I'm not even there. I felt like nothing, invisible, totally broken, staring at this woman who used to be my whole world, now acting like a stranger. Later that night, I'm about to hit the sack when her phone buzzes on the nightstand. She's passed out cold, still in her clothes from earlier, too wasted to even change. I throw a blanket over her, and yeah, I couldn't stop myself, I had to see who texted. The number pops up, and I know it instantly, it's him, that guy. My heart sinks into my boots. The message says, "Tonight was a damn good time, let's make it a regular thing," with a tongue emoji and a sweat drop one too. Made my stomach turn. No dude sends that kind of text unless something heavy went down between them. My mind's racing, picturing all the worst stuff they could have done, and I'm fighting not to hurl. Couldn't shake it, couldn't sleep, just laid there wide awake, ripped apart inside, running through it all in my head, trying to figure out how we got here and what I'm supposed to do now. That night dragged on forever, and by the time the sun came up, I knew nothing was ever gonna feel right again. Next day, I got in her face about it, asked her what the hell happened, why she lied to me. She dodged it like a pro, tried turning it around on me, said I was the one with the problem, couldn't trust her, that me calling her coworker was some big violation. Called me nuts, said I was overreacting. That just lit me up more, but I wasn't backing off. I threw that text in her face, told her to explain it. She brushed it off like it was nothing, said, "That's just how we talk, you're making it a big deal for no reason." Acted like I was some weirdo for caring. I wasn't swallowing that garbage. Told her I'd go straight to him myself if she didn't come clean. That rattled her, she got all panicky, begged me not to reach out to him. Finally, after I kept at her, she caved. Admitted she'd been itching to see him for a while, and yeah, they'd gotten hammered and messed around. Hearing that was like a sledgehammer to the gut, wiped out any scrap of trust one had left. She tried to spin it, said our marriage had gotten stale, that she was chasing some thrill. I shot back that her screwing around is what ruined us, not the other way around. Told her there's no fixing things after I caught her sending him those messages. She could make excuses all day, but I wasn't budging, this was her fault for torching what we built. I laid it out plain, I was done pretending it could work. She started pleading, said she knew she screwed up, didn't want me to leave her, swore she'd change and fix us. Didn't matter, I could feel it in my bones, the trust was shattered beyond repair. Sticking around would just drag out the misery. Her cheating carved a hole too big to patch, and I had to admit our marriage was dead. Took all I had in me, but I told her to pack her stuff and get out of my house. Good thing we had a prenup signed, so I wasn't sweating her cleaning me out in the divorce. She got her buddies to try and talk me into taking her back, but I didn't budge, kicked her out for good. Might sound harsh to you, but I was too tore up. I'd always pictured us growing old side by side, and she smashed that to pieces. After that, I spilled my guts to my mom, dad, and Nancy. They couldn't believe it, nobody saw Susan pulling something like that, and they swore they'd have my back through the divorce, which eased the sting a little. But Nancy was acting strange, real quiet about it all. I asked what she thought, 'cause she'd been buddies with Susan the whole time we were married. What she said floored me. She asked if I was dead sure about cutting Susan loose, pointed out Susan didn't have family to fall back on like I did. That rubbed me all wrong. I'm sitting there, ripped apart by my wife's cheating, and Nancy's fretting over her? I told her straight, I didn't give a rat's ass about Susan's support. She'd stabbed me in the back more than once with this guy. Asked Nancy why she cared more about my ex than me, her own flesh and blood. She said she was just watching out for me, didn't want me jumping the gun and regretting it later. Said she always thought Susan and I were made for each other, was still shook up about it, wanted me to think hard about it. It didn't sit right, but I was too wiped out to push it. The divorce was already draining me dry, so I zeroed in on getting through that mess first. Early on, things looked solid, my lawyer was confident we'd come out ahead. Then Susan drops this bomb on me, she's pregnant. Knocked me flat, I didn't see that coming in a million years. Felt like the universe was piling on just to kick me while I'm down. She and her lawyer started pushing me to call off the divorce, said we ought to work it out for the kid's sake, that she wanted a proper family setup for it. I wasn't having it, told him I didn't care what she wanted, that kid couldn't be mine. She swore up and down she'd only been with me, said fooling around with her friend didn't mean she got knocked up by him. Kept hammering me to think about the baby, fight for our marriage. I saw through it, knew she was scrambling to stall the divorce, guilt me into staying so she could keep living high on my dime. I held my ground, said we're done, and once that kid's born, I'd get a test to prove it ain't mine. Her lawyer clapped back, said since we were still legally hitched and she claimed she'd only been with me, I'm the father, end of story. Said they'd hit me up for child support cause of it. My lawyer fought it, said that's nonsense without proof, but the system's rigged, guys like me get hosed all the time. Sure enough, they took me to court for support, built this whole case saying she'd been true to me. Made me out to be some deadbeat dodging responsibility, even hauled in folks to vouch for her. And guess who's one of them? Nancy. I thought she'd be there to back me up, but nope, she's testifying against me. Said she'd been pals with Susan forever, was positive Susan wouldn't sleep around, still loved me, and the kid's mine. Hearing my own sister take her side ripped me open. She knew damn well how much Susan crushed me, and she's propping up her lies? After court, I went off on her, told her I couldn't believe she'd stab me in the back like that. She doubled down, said she was doing what's right, I'd see it someday. I yelled she'd screwed me into paying for a kid that might not even be mine. She said I shouldn't be cruel to an unborn baby, that Susan be in a bind without my cash. Told me I wouldn't get it 'cause I ain't got a mother's instincts. I felt like a damn pawn, how could she put Susan's money troubles over my heartache? My folks chewed her out too, said she had no right going behind me like that. Damage was done, her testimony sold the court on Susan's story, Made me look like I was running from my kid. They ruled I'd pay support till the kid's 18. I was raging, fought it tooth and nail, but me and my lawyer couldn't turn it around. Been a good while since the divorce now, and I'm still forking over money every month for Susan's boy. He don't look a lick like me, and a test proved he ain't mine, but 'cause she was pregnant while we were married, I'm stuck with it till he's grown. That's why I'm madder at Nancy than Susan. She's the one who locked me into this. I've shut her out completely, don't talk to her, don't look at her at family gatherings, no matter how much my parents beg me to forgive and forget. The rest of the family's got my back, cousins, aunts, uncles, they feel the same, keep her at a distance. She's griped to mom and dad that I've turned the whole clan against her, says she was just looking out for the kid. Nobody's buying her sob story, they see she's full of it and stand by me. Nancy got hitched last year to this guy Joshua. They sent me an invite, but I didn't show. Heard from my folks a bunch of families skipped it too, which bummed her out. After the wedding, they were trying to have a baby, and my parents were all excited about finally getting a grandkid from our side. Then I'm out of town for this work conference, and after it wraps, me and the guys hit the hotel bar to unwind. Guess who I spot? Nancy, sitting real close with some older fella. She didn't see me, and I kept it that way, wanted to figure out what she's doing in a bar, late at night, away from home, when she's got a husband. Watched her lean in, whisper something that made him chuckle. They're flirting hard, looking way too cozy. Didn't even think about it, grabbed my phone, snapped some pics, made sure I got their faces good, solid proof of what's going down. My head's spinning, my married sister pulling this crap? They're laughing, talking close, then after about an hour, he motions toward his room, she nods, and they head off together. I'm stunned, she's about to cheat on Joshua. Wanted to yell at her to stop, but I've learned the hard way, cheaters don't wise up easy, they gotta face consequences. When I got home, I decided Joshua deserves the truth, didn't want him blindsided like I was. Found him online, sent a friend request. He added me quick, so I messaged him, said I'm Nancy's brother, we gotta talk, don't tell her, here's my number. He called right away, curious why I'm hitting him up after all this time. Said he knew of me from Nancy and my folks, surprised I reached out. I said sorry for skipping their wedding, hated that we're talking like this. Told him what I saw at the bar, didn't flat out say cheating cause maybe they had some arrangement, didn't wanna assume. But he's firing off questions, what's she wearing, who's the guy, sounding shook. I said I took pics, cause I couldn't believe it myself, sent em over. You could tell it hit him hard. After a minute, he thanked me, asked why I go out of my way for a stranger when I don't even deal with Nancy. That got me, I told him I'd been there, when Susan cheated. Laid out how Nancy piled on my pain, stuck me with support for a kid that ain't mine. He said Nancy told him a different tale, our marriage was falling apart, no intimacy, Susan slipped once, that's it. I said him straight, Susan cheated twice, broke me bad, not some one-time thing. He believed me, thanked me for the real story, said he ain't staying with a cheater, gonna face her down. Days later, my parents blew up my phone, saying I ruined Nancy's life, she's headed for divorce. Blamed me for sticking my nose in, griped about losing a grandkid shot. I fired back, ain't my fault she can't keep it in her pants. Told em to teach her some damn morals instead of whining about babies. Nancy texted me some vile junk, called me a nosy little punk, said Susan's cheating was my fault, I deserved it all. Took me hours to simmer down. But life's got a way of evening out, heard she's pregnant now, claims it's Joshua's, but he ain't biting. He hit me up, asked me to back him in court with those pics. I said you bet, not just to get her back, but cause I feel for him, don't want him suffering like me. My folks and Nancy keep hounding me to drop him, say family's everything. Funny, they didn't care about family when she screwed me over. I'm giving her a taste of her own medicine and saving Joshua from my nightmare. Update 1, man, people's reactions to this are wild, split right down the middle. Can't believe some ladies online are telling me to back Nancy after she cheated. Screw that. I'd have paid Susan no problem if she proved the kid was mine, she didn't, knew it wasn't, still stuck me with it cause she's broke. Couldn't pin her with hard proof past that text, so yeah, I hate Nancy for siding with her and screwing me. Now she's doing Joshua dirty, and I ain't standing for it. Gonna testify, keep him from my hell. If that kid's his once it's born, he'll step up, he's a good dude. Till then, why's he gotta pay when she's running around? Nancy don't give a damn she trashed her marriage. They got no prenup, so he might owe her cash, shouldn't have to pile support for a kid that ain't his on top. I'm doing right, and most folks online are with me. Update 2, been a bit since I said anything. Testified against Nancy today, spilled it all, showed the pics. She stared me down, mad as hell, but I didn't blink. Her lawyer tried saying I've got a grudge, but the judge let it stand. Hope it saves Joshua from support, we'll see. Meanwhile, my folks are mad as hell. Mom called, crying, after I went through with it, said they prayed I wouldn't do that to Nancy. I told her they didn't fight for me like that when Nancy pulled the same crap, even let it slide. But me doing what's right. I'm the jerk. Said it's bull they keep picking her over me, don't need M if that's how they roll. Ain't talked to M since, dodging their calls. Update 3, got an update, Joshua's free, no support for Nancy. Bet she's fuming. Feels good knowing he dodged what I couldn't. Clearing up stuff folks keep asking, nope, don't know Susan's kid, just pay for him. If he ever tracks me down, I'll tell him straight about his mom. Yeah, still not talking to my parents, feels lighter without their nagging. Nancy won't face me, probably too ashamed I called her out. Yep, she's getting alimony from Joshua, saw that coming. No, my folks don't see Susan's boy, no he ain't mine. No clue if they'll take Nancy's kid, maybe. That's it.